We're here today with Scott Yingling, who is the Director of E-Ministries for CAM International. And this is a new ministry that we're hoping to move into very shortly.
We're so glad to have John and Barbara with us as part of the e-ministry team at CAM International. God is using internet technology to transform people's lives all around the world. As we work in evangelism and discipleship, leadership training, encouraging people in ministry, God is using the internet to make a difference in people's lives all over the world. And I want to take just a few moments right now to explain to you a little bit of the e-ministries that we're involved in, the internet ministries that we're involved in, and share with you how John and Barbara are going to be involved in this exciting opportunity. In the last 5 or 6 years, God has given CAM International an incredible new opportunity to reach Spanish speakers around the world with internet technology. Our mission is to provide biblical resources for evangelism and discipleship through internet technologies for Spanish speakers worldwide. And we participate in this ministry in 4 distinct ways. Our goal is to reach Spanish speakers around the world, to teach them and disciple them in Christ, to equip Spanish speakers for ministry around the world, and finally to encourage them to continue on and be effective in their ministries wherever God calls them. I want to talk briefly about each one of these aspects so you can get a better understanding of what the ministry entails. The first aspect of our ministry is the reach, or the evangelism. And God has given us the ability to reach out to people that don't know Him in the Spanish language and help them to understand the gospel message. We use a number of different websites that people find through search engines that share the gospel message. And as they come to hear the gospel message, they are then encouraged to make a decision for Christ. We have been so excited to see the response to the gospel through these evangelistic internet sites. Just in this year, over 3 million people, Spanish speakers around the world, have visited these sites. And of those people, over 500,000 have said, yes, I want to place my faith in Christ for my salvation. Then the last number at the bottom is what excites us the most, because 152,000 people have said, would you please email me and help me grow in my new relationship with Christ. Those are the people that we can follow up with, and John and Barbara Sage will be such a help to us in that area. They can email these people, help them in their first steps of growth in their relationship with Jesus Christ. You know, for many of these new believers that come to Christ through the evangelistic websites, the next step in their spiritual growth is the teaching aspect. They need to know how to live their life in Christ. And they come to us and write us through the internet and ask us for help. So we've developed an online educational system using some materials that our mission has used for many years. These studies are called Nueva Vida en Cristo, New Life in Christ. And we've used these studies for many years to help people in their basic discipleship process. John and Barbara Sage have used these studies for many years in their printed form, and now we're simply making them available online so that students around the world can study these same excellent resources and grow in their relationship with Christ. Look at some of the stats that we've seen just since January. We've had over 5,000 new students come to us and sign up for these basic discipleship courses. So far this year, we've been able to award 329 diplomas to those that have finished their studies. And these people come to us from over 24 Spanish-speaking countries around the world. We are this ministry is growing, and we are going to need additional facilitators to help those that want to study online. And John and Barbara Sage are going to be excellent helpers in that aspect of the ministry. The third aspect of our internet ministry is really geared more towards Spanish-speaking Christian leaders, as they have a need to be encouraged and equipped for ministry. This third aspect, the equipping aspect, provides resources for them. You know, for us in English, we can go to the Christian bookstore, order things online, but in many Spanish-speaking countries around the world, there simply aren't good quality materials available. And so through this equipping ministry, we provide free downloadable ministry resources and other articles and information to help them grow and be prepared to effectively minister to the people that they're working with around the world. Look at some of the stats from this aspect of the ministry. On our Obrero Fiel, or Faithful Servant resource website, this past year, since January, we've had over 1.5 million visitors come to that site. And they've visited us over 2 million times and viewed or downloaded over 5 million resources in Spanish that they can use in their ministries. These people are Spanish speakers doing ministry in their own countries. Many of them are Spanish-speaking people doing ministry in other countries. They're Latin, Spanish-speaking missionaries around the world. And you can see that the countries represented here are over 117 different countries. The fourth and final aspect of our e-ministry is the edify portion. You know, there are so many Spanish-speaking Christian leaders that feel like they're all alone in their ministry. When they need help, they don't know who they can turn to. And they are seeking somebody that can encourage them and help them in times of difficulty. And that's where our e-ministry can help Spanish-speaking leaders around the world through internet technology. We send out an e-revista or an e-magazine 3 times a week that provides encouraging help for them. We provide online counseling, answering their questions that they email to us. And we are excited to be able to help Spanish-speaking Christian leaders move forward in their ministries. Look at some of the statistics just since January. We have about 27,000 Spanish-speaking leaders that receive our e-magazine. We've seen a number of people work through our ministry surveys, and over 5,000 of their very specific counseling type questions have been answered by our staff in the last 6 months. These people come to us from over 23 different countries, and again, here's a place where John and Barbara can really help by answering some of these questions and corresponding with some of these Spanish-speaking leaders, building on their base of experience that they've had in the Spanish-speaking world over the years. And so we're excited that John and Barbara can help us in this aspect as well. Let me share with you real quickly a very interesting website. It's called GreatCommission2020.com. If you have internet, you might want to go there yourself. This website is showing us in real time people that are coming to the evangelistic websites. Now this particular website shows all the different languages, and we're working exclusively in Spanish. But as you see the blue numbers or the blue people pop up, those are the people that are coming and visiting one of our evangelistic websites. The yellow indicators indicate somebody that said, yes, I want to place my faith in Jesus Christ. Every once in a while you'll see an orange indicator pop up, and those are people that have said, would you please contact me and help me grow in my relationship with Christ? And then when you see a green indicator pop up, that is a person in a country that we've already had contact with, and they're contacting us again, asking for more help in their discipleship process. It is amazing to see in real time what God is doing around the world. As we're talking here together, God is impacting people's lives all over the world. I want to thank each one of you for your continued support and prayers of John and Barbara Sage. As they join our e-ministry team, your prayers and support will be very vital so they can continue to impact the world through this new opportunity.
Thank you so much, Scott.
Thank you for this introduction, and we appreciate your prayers, as Scott has just said, and we need you to continue holding us up before the Lord as we launch out into this new ministry in the very near future.